everybody. This is Brian with Backstage 360. We are at PitBull Audio down in National City with the owners, Adam and Calvin. Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
So let's talk about the kind of explosion that this place has had, because you start out 60 years ago in a very small warehouse and you build to this, and I understand there's 100,000 square feet or something?
The exact square footage, Calvin might.
Just under 25,000. Yeah, it's not quite 100.
It was
Maybe
close.
the next
I was using metrics.
Yeah, maybe in a few more years.
So how did that happen? What is your main target, and how did you grow so phenomenally in 6 short years?
You know, there wasn't really a simple formula here. We just started in his condo in my garage, basically, and we just kept sawing opportunities, and I think the timing was just right back in those days, and we just you know, kept adding our product offerings, and we kept you know, expanding on different platforms. We started doing Amazon. We originally started on eBay, and then you know, now going into a retail store and maximizing all the platforms that are out there that are available.
Now at 25,000 square feet, we're in the showroom right now, so it's hard for anybody to really see from here. But 25,000 square feet is a pretty good sized warehouse. And if starting from a garage, you get to 25,000 square feet in 6 years. But I understand that your main customer is an online customer.
Yeah, about 90 to 95% of our business is still online, the majority of it. Obviously, you know, we love having the store here to do clinics and you know, the local presence. But yeah, it is majority of it is online, you know, so there's only a small amount of product we can actually get out here in the showroom compared to what is back in the warehouse. So.
Now, it seems to me that you guys kind of have a specialty in that you can get hard to get items that people otherwise might have trouble getting.
Yeah, you know, we do custom pieces, a lot of high-end guitars, you know, that are custom ordered, places like Mayonnaise or Skarvison out of Poland, you know, so those aren't carried by that many dealers. There's a good amount, you know, that are a little more on the boutique side, you know, as far as pedals and guitars, so we're pretty excited to carry those, you know,
right,
that aren't the most common.
Now, I can't help but notice there's an awful lot of foot pedals in this store. Now, that's got to be a hot selling item, yes?
Yeah, the pedal game was something we try to focus on. We try to get, like Adam said, as many boutique-y brand as we can acquire, and it really gives us an edge over the big chains out there that aren't really into carrying those product lines.
Now, you've got something special going on tonight, and I guess you guys do this occasionally, but you have a little something special going on tonight, too. And tell us about what kind of things we're doing here.
Yeah, you know, we've got Kiko from Megadeth, and he's here through Ibanez Guitars, warming up.
Sound check.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're really excited for this, you know. Get the local crowd in here to see it, and then also we'll have it up later on, you know, with our YouTube channel. And it's great, you know, it's great to help, you know, young musicians to learn from someone as experienced as he is. So,
absolutely,
really love having these clinics.
And how many clinics do you have on the average? One a month, one a year?
Well, we just did one last night too. So, I'd say on average, I don't know, about two a month, I'd say. Would you agree with that, Colin?
One a month, maybe. There's some months that are slower, but
yeah, right. We try for that.
Now, I can't help but notice there was a little sticker on the door. It was a NAMM sticker, so we'll be seeing you guys at NAMM?
Absolutely. We go every single year. I haven't missed one yet.
And there'll be some NAMM specials that you'll be rolling out at NAMM only, right?
Yeah, that's why we go, man. You know, that's when we load in and get us set up for the, you know, a good half of the year, probably.
So if you guys haven't checked them out yet, it's PitBull Audio. You can catch them online, Amazon, and...
yeah, everywhere. eBay, Reverb.com, but, you know, mainly PitBullAudio.com.
And don't forget, if you're going to be in the area for NAMM this year, you can check them out there, and I'm sure they'll have some specials there. Guys, thanks a lot for taking some time with us.
Thank you.
We're going to sign off, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. And we're back at PitBull Audio down in National City, and we have a special guest with us tonight, Kiko Loureiro from Megadeth.
How are you?
Did I do it right?
Yeah, of course.
See?
That's good.
I was so worried about the pronunciation of the last name because we Americanize it, and it's always wrong, right?
Yeah, no, it's good.
been with Megadeth since 2015, but I want to go back a little bit before that to your time in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
What was the music? Well, first of all, you started playing guitar at about age 11.
Exactly. Acoustic, classical guitar.
And what was the music scene like, and what were you doing at 11? Were you actually starting to play gigs at that age too?
No, I was just like, you know, a little kid, you know, trying to play basketball. That's, you know, I love basketball.
He's got the height for the basketball.
Well, no. But the story was basically my sister was having, there was a teacher coming to our house, and my sister was having some, you know, learning the first chords. And suddenly one day she said, it's too boring. And my sister was 12. So, too boring, I don't want any more. And then my mother, that paid the guy, you know, said, Kiko, you go there. And then that's why I started learning acoustic guitar.
So it's kind of a role reversal of what you're doing tonight.
Kind of, yeah. So I'm left-handed, so I grabbed the acoustic guitar. And then the guy said, "Oh, that's not possible because
you play right-handed."
She's gonna be having classes maybe still, you know, my sister. So I started learning like a right-hand guy. Right here we are. Well, actually, it's good for me, right?
So you switched from left-hand to right-hand just because the teacher said you can't play left-handed?
Because we have only one acoustic guitar at home, and then my sister was playing too, and I couldn't, you know, change the strings, so that's why. And yeah, I was 11, and when I was 13, then I got the electric guitar.
When did Angra start?
Angra was 91. I was 19, and you know, doing the demo tapes, this, you know, first songs, and we got an offer to like advance money from a Japanese record label, JVC, and we went to Germany. Because in Brazil, there was no metal scene, almost no metal scene. There was pretty good bands there, and actual Sepultura as well. But I mean, a big scene with studios, producers, all you know, the professional scene for metal music. So we went to Germany to record the album, and we were gold disc in Japan for our first album, Angra first album in '93.
Now this is all metal.
All metal. Yeah, power metal, you know, a lot of solos, kind of progressive power metal.
Did it have that Latin sound to it infused because of your upbringing?
Some. We always tried to mix a little bit of the Brazilian music somehow, yes.
So how do you get from Brazil, then you go to Germany, and all of a sudden you're playing with Megadeth? How does that happen? Dave calls you up and says, hey, come on up to Fallbrook?
No, actually many years, you know. So Angra... So we were gold disc in Brazil, then we released the album in Europe in '94, and then it was quite successful. I mean, for a small band from Brazil, because there was almost no bands from Brazil. And we started playing South America too, and then the brand was growing. And we had lineup changes throughout the '90s and year 2000s. We recorded many albums, and I think I was quite experienced on touring and recording. And I came to California in 2012, and maybe 2 years later, then yes, I got the an email from Ellefson. Actually, I jammed with Ellefson in a Metal All Stars kind of show in São Paulo.
During a coffee break.
During a coffee break, yeah, Ellefson coffee, and. Yeah, so I met him, you know, he got my contact, and maybe 6 months later, he called me and said, look, you know, Dave's gonna call you, is that okay? So, yeah, and then I went to Tennessee, to Nashville, to meet Dave Mustaine, and then we hang for a day there, and then a few days later, I was in Megadeth.
That's a journey. Now, the band, or you, have been nominated and received last year a Grammy.
Exactly. Yeah, they were nominated 12 times throughout the years, and finally, Megadeth got its first Grammy.
And that had to be kind of exciting to just go to LA and just hang with Grammy winners and stuff like that.
Yeah. It is cool. Yeah. Do you know what's happening after? What's happened after you get the
Yeah,
gravy.
you got to do another one.
When you go, you know, no, I mean after, when you go backstage, it's all the, you know, and the a night after, you know.
The parties after.
The red carpet and all that, you know.
Now, your sister wanted to play guitar a little bit and stuck you with the guitar, but I understand that your wife is also a pretty accomplished pianist.
That's right. That's correct. Yeah.
How did you meet her? And
So I met her on stage. Actually, she was playing with a Finnish singer, Tarja Turunen. Yes, that's the name.
easy for you to say.
Yeah. And I did some because I like to play classical guitar as well. So she invited me to record some classical guitar on her album, and then she invited me to do a small tour, and then I accepted, and then my wife was there playing keyboards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, next week's kind of special too. You have some birthdays next week.
That's correct. Yeah, my twins.
Now, so does that count as one birthday or
Like
two
almost-
birthdays then, right?
Yeah. So this tour that I just mentioned was in 2008. So 10 years later, after I met my wife, I had 3 kids and twins.
Do they all have a guitar already?
No, well, the boy likes to play some piano, like trying discovering sounds. Yeah, it's cool to see how they how they connect with music and the instruments that we have in the house. Yeah.
I did the same thing with my kids. I just put instruments out there, and my son gravitated to a guitar, and I've been playing my whole life, and he comes back a year later, and all of a sudden he plays this song, and I go, I can't even do that. It's
That's
like,
cool.
where did you learn that?
Yeah.
I think you might have taken one of your clinics. Speaking of the clinics, there's a clinic tonight being hosted by this gentleman, and we have there's some giveaways that the promotions for tonight, but there's one in particular giveaway, and it's one of your own pedals.
Yeah.
Correct?
The Marley. Yeah.
And so let's talk about the pedal really quick and how this came about. Thank you.
Yeah. I know the guys from Morley for a long time, and so I love the sound and the quality of Morley pedals.
Now, did you have the design in mind too?
And
Did
then
you
we
actually?
did the design, the color, and then
What did you want out of a pedal that might have been missing that you decided I'm going to design my own pedal?
I mean, it's about the sound. First of all, it's all about the sound. It's not the visual part is comes secondary, but it's like it's smaller than the Morleys. So it's a mini, smaller wah, and this I like that. And mainly the sound. I love the sound, the wah, the sound, and of course the switchless wah. That's very, very handy live. You don't have to press to have the click to turn on and off.
I have to try that. The only pedal I ever used was a Crybaby. That was the only pedal I ever.
Then you
had.
have this to click, and
Yeah,
then sometimes live you don't don't know if it's on or off or something. And with this system, it's so easy. Maybe you just want to do like one note. One band with a wah, or just a small phrase, or just a little thing, and just step, and that.
I'm going to assume you're going to demo that tonight.
Yeah, of course.
And so we're gonna get a little bit of live footage from that, and so you'll be able to hear this pedal too.
Perfect.
So the other thing that is going on for Megadeth, and I think you said we were okay to talk about this, is there's something in the works for next year.
Yeah, I mean, after Thanksgiving, I'm meeting Dave, so I'm flying to Nashville. So he's there already, like composing stuff. So I'm gonna meet him, and then we're gonna, discuss and try to develop more ideas. And the idea is to have a new album next year.
Is there a time frame, like the end of the year, the beginning of the year?
No, I don't know. Really, it's hard. It's hard to push creativity. Of the pressure.
Didn't you hate that when the label says no? It's got to be 3 months.
I don't know. Probably some ideas, but I don't know. For now, and we have a tour with Ozzy, June, July, summer next year.
And that's the
2019.
Giggin' tour.
No, it's just that's the Ozzy. No more tours. No more tours. Tour. Yeah, it's a pretty long tour. We're gonna be all around the country and Canada as well. It's gonna be pretty fun. It's a lot of fun.
Will it be going down to Brazil and South America?
Not with this tour with us, as far as I know. We're going to Brazil to play in the Rock in Rio. That's October, and also there's a mega cruise in October as well next year.
You better get your tickets now. That's not going to. They're going to sell out. So what else is on store then for the band? You got a major tour. There's going to be some new music, and what
There's
else?
a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah,
That's I think.
And new foot pedals coming
yeah,
out.
the pedals. You know, I love doing guitar clinics and playing guitar and talking about guitar, and how to practice or music harmonies and gear.
You might want to pick up 2 of these for the birthdays next week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You probably get a discount.
Yeah, maybe ukulele or something. Yeah. No, they're too young for that. 2 years old.
Never too young.
Never too young. Okay.
Never too young.
Well,
You know, they just need a good teacher.
they are very young.
Yeah. Speaking of teaching, he's got to get ready to get back on stage and give the clinic tonight. Thanks for paying attention, and we'll catch you soon. Support the arts. Go out and buy some concert tickets today.
With a lot of chords. And here I think is more like the storytelling, like the blues is more like the guys. It's like one basic thing, and then it tells a story. On top of this, it doesn't change. It's like, and then tell a story. Right? That's the difference. The Brazilian music was telling story while, it's doing like